I was watching Biblethumpingwingnut's Bible Thumping Buffet this morning, buffet number 3. Very interesting. I've watched all 3 of those, and I've watched a lot of Biblethumpingwingnut's videos, and Rand Campbell and Raw 5037, you know, the 3 guys who meet with the Bible once a week and are also quite active on YouTube right now. One of the things I noticed about this Bible Thumping Buffet number 3 is that, you know, a couple of people are commenting about what nice guys that Tim, Biblethumpingwingnut, seems to be. I think Steve Shire's left a comment to that effect. Somebody else left a comment about, you know, how nice it would be just to put differences aside, you know, the Christianity differences of religious interpretation, those kind of things. And, you know, just sit down like guys across the table and eat a few potato chips together. And I really felt a sense of that, and I have with all of those 3 guys' videos, I have to say. You know, they're very kind of avuncular and very familiar to me as types. I mean, I spent a lot of time in the States. My former wife was American, and so I spent a lot of time there. But and also, you know, I kind of associate on some level with their lifestyle and where they're coming from, because I work in the university now, but I left school at 16 with no qualifications. So for quite a number of years, I was involved in kind of factory work, and you know, I'm just involved in like just the daily getting and spending of a kind of low-income working class lifestyle, and like that, and as I say, I still associate strongly with that. So I kind of recognise, at least partially recognise myself in these folk, apart from the religious thing, of course. And similarly to, I think, what Steve Shives and this other commentary were getting at, you know, I quite often feel a kind of warmth towards these people. They are kind of friendly and kind of ebullient and robust in their language, and talk, you know, seem to at least talk straight. And I kind of, you know, I like that. I find it attractive, as many people do, I think. But then again, you know, I am a straight white guy. You know, that's who I am. I'm a straight white guy, and as I say, I do share some of that culture and that cultural history. So I probably would think that, wouldn't I? But I don't know. It's tricky, isn't it? Because of course you want to be friendly to anybody that's around and treat them with respect, even people who hold very different opinions to yourself. But I can't help wondering, you know, would I feel that if I was, you know, a woman on this site, and I was a woman who perhaps was who just had an abortion. I know, for example, that Biblethumpingwingnut, I know that you are pro-life. You know, I know that you've commented and liked at least one quite vehemently pro-life video. So I'm assuming that reflects your views. I've asked you specifically, but the other two Bible thumping guys about their views on things like abortion, and you've been very quiet on that. You haven't answered any of my requests for elucidation on that. But it's clear that, you know, clearly you're anti-abortion. So if I was a woman and I was in that situation where I felt I needed or wanted an abortion, I wouldn't feel comfortable sitting down eating potato chips with you. I've also asked about your views on LGBT rights. Somebody suggested to me that maybe you don't know what LGBT means. It means lesbian, bisexual, gay and trans. And I don't know what your view is on lesbian and gays. I'm guessing that you're have a biblical mindset on that. I guess you would quote Leviticus on me on that one. But I'd like to know that. And I think, so unless I'm wrong, and you know, I accept I may be wrong on that, maybe you have absolutely no problems with lesbian and gays, maybe you're completely in support of marriage equality. If I was gay or trans or a lesbian woman, I probably wouldn't want to sit across the table eating potato chips with you, and I probably wouldn't think you were a good man, or I'd think you were a good white man, happy and comfortable in the company of other good white men. No, I wouldn't think that at all. If I was going through trans surgery because I had body dysmorphia, and I have a number of friends here on YouTube who are in that position, then I probably wouldn't want to sit opposite you, because I'm guessing, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, you're not comfortable with that. When I say comfortable with it, I don't mean you would tolerate me at your table in the way that Jesus sat down with the sinners. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about sitting down as an equal. As an equal. Not an equal sinner, an equal human being with gays, transsexuals, people who've been involved in abortions, people who are undergoing gender realignment surgery, those kind of things. I mean, would you be okay with that? Because if you're not okay with that, I'm not okay with you. I wouldn't want to sit down at the table and swap little stories about truck driving and about the right way to smoke a piece of meat with people like that, really. Because I don't think it's moral. I mean, the reason why I'm saying this is because you've made, you know, I am aware, I have followed you, particularly Biblethumpingwingnut, around on several videos making comments. Because you've made very sweeping statements about atheists like myself. Said we're not capable of being moral. Said we're stupid. I don't like that. I don't like being called stupid, and I don't like having my morality challenged, particularly by someone who I think may be a small-minded bigot. I don't know if you're a small-minded bigot. You haven't responded to any of my requests for information in those particular areas. But I certainly wouldn't want to share a table with a small-minded bigot. So yeah. Anyhow, enough of that. I'm sure we've got a lot in common, and we all turn to dust in the end. So I'll see you in the end.